Everyone, Joe Gentili from Sarraf Gentile LLP. Going through some recent press on backlogs with USCIS. And from last quarter to this quarter, they are growing massively. There's been some categories that the articles have focused on, such as green card renewals and also the issuance of work permits off of I-765s. And it's just been just an explosion in the backlog on these in a very short period of time. Can't say whether this is intentional or not, but this backlog in applications is just going to continue to increase processing times on these categories. Some of them are particularly frustrating, like work permits, because work permits are so fast to process. It takes the government less than 15 minutes to process an I-765, and having months long delays on a 15-minute process is very frustrating because people are out of work while that's happening. So the silver lining, to the extent that there is one with this, is that especially for work permits, this is a category where mandamus lawsuits, in my experience, are very, very effective. Um, there's no guarantees with cases, but I can't recall a single work permit case that we've done where there's been significant pushback from the government. And a lot of times those cases were settled and the work permits were decided and issued well before the government 60-day deadline to respond. And I think part of that is just it's just the math of it. If it takes the government, let's say, 15 minutes to process the EAD, and they're going to have to do it anyway, why bother spending hours defending a lawsuit? It just doesn't make sense to do that. So those cases are particularly strong cases if they're pled well and done well to get good results with. And they make a lot of sense for people to file them because the economics of it are usually pretty clear. It's very simple for somebody to say, okay, this is what it's going to cost me to file a mandamus lawsuit. This is how much money I would make per month if I were working. And if I can get the EAD issued a few months faster because of the mandamus lawsuit, I could easily compare this is what I would make versus this is what a lawsuit would cost me. So the decision-making process is pretty straightforward on whether to file those cases. So, bad news is that expect continued increasing delays in a lot of categories, even some that are frustratingly simple to process, like EADs, work permits. Good news is that mandamus lawsuits have a long history of being very successful on those, and I expect they continue to be so. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I hope you subscribe and that you found this video useful. Thanks, bye.